Alexa, clap. Alexa, clap.
Okay.
Hello, everybody on YouTube. This is Nikki Wunderlich, and we have a wonderful guest with us tonight, Thomas from Doing Everything Blind.
Good evening, everybody.
So first, we're going to find out how Thomas's day was, and then I'll tell you how my day was. And then I'll ask Thomas if he has anything he wants to talk about, unless Haley has joined us by then. If so, then we'll find out how her day was. Thomas, how was your day?
Oh, it was pretty uneventful. Got some good news, which I'll share in a few minutes. Got some good news this afternoon, and I'll explain exactly what happened in a few minutes. So that was kind of like the highlight of the day, is getting that news. And then we listened to the book, and we'll listen to the book after when your staff leaves. So I'm looking forward to that. And what else happened? What else? Really didn't do much. Just listen to the book with you, and spent a little time outside. Very little time outside today because it was so hot out. For dinner, I'm having ravioli with garlic bread and salad and chocolate chip cookie dough for dessert.
That
So yeah,
sounds great.
and we just did my video. We played the keyboard and it was a lot of fun. And yeah, there you go.
Do you want to tell what your good news
Oh,
was?
there we go. Hi.
Yep.
What the heck?
Do you want to say what your good news was quick, and then we'll find out how Haley's day was?
Okay.
I can't hear nobody. What?
So real quick, last Tuesday something very unfortunate happened. So last Tuesday my weed whacker seized. The engine locked up. So last Wednesday morning, my dad and I brought it to the shop, and my dad didn't know if it was going to be under warranty because one of the guys at the shop said the engine had rust in it and water in it. I don't know how that happened, but it happened. So I'm like, okay. I thought to myself, all right, I'll give him like a week before I call him and see what's happening. So long story short, I was on FaceTime with Haley, and I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna call these guys and see what's going on. So I called them, and luckily, thankfully, the weed whacker is under warranty. So my dad and I will be picking it up tomorrow morning. So yeah, and if you don't mind, I'd like to say that these guys are awesome. They do good quality work. The shop is called Bethel Power Equipment. If there's anyone who comes across this stream who lives in my area, the Fairfield County area, I highly recommend that if you need a piece of power equipment that you go there. They'll always help you. They have excellent customer service. The guys are really nice there. So just wanted to throw that out there. Is it okay if I give out the phone number and the address or no? Nikki? Can't hear you.
Sorry, I wasn't saying anything. I was reading a message from Haley.
Oh. Did you hear what I asked you?
No.
I said, is it okay if I give their number out and their address out? Okay, so if you have any questions or concerns, you can call them at area code 203-790-5889. And when you call them, press 2, and someone will be there to answer any questions or concerns you may have. regarding what kind of power equipment they have, how expensive it is, and all that stuff. So and they're located in Bethel, Connecticut, and the address is Francis J. Clark Circle. So, like I said, if anybody lives in my area, in the Fairfield County area, and you need a piece of equipment, I'd highly recommend that you go there. So it was awesome that they, it was awesome that my weed whacker's under warranty. So that means I get a brand new one. So that's the news.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Yeah.
Blind Toad says, "What's up, hello?" And Haley says she joined but was breaking up really bad, so she left.
Well, you can come back.
Because no matter how many times she leaves and comes back, will sound the same.
Interesting. Okay. Well, how was your day today?
My day was good. I got up. I fed Bigelow, the black cat I'm watching, or taking care of, for a while. He's super sweet.
Nice.
And then I went back to bed for a while. Got up. And got ready for the day. And then just kind of hung out at home. And then a little bit ago, my mom called me and asked me if I'd run to Hy-Vee and pick up her Imitrex because she had a migraine and could not drive. And so I did that. And then I came home after I took her Imitrex. And then we did Thomas's video, and now we're doing my video.
So is Imitrex, I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that correctly, but is Imitrex the same thing as Advil or Sumatriptan and Rizatriptan, or no? Like, do they do the same thing?
Imitrex is Sumatriptan is the generic of Imitrex.
Okay. I was just curious. Well, I hope she feels better.
And Imitrex, Sumatriptan, and Rizatriptan are in the same family.
Gotcha. Now you said you stopped taking Rizatriptan, Sumatriptan because it wasn't working anymore, right? You said?
Right.
Okay. Well, I hope she feels better.
But just because Sumatriptan does not work for me does not mean it won't work for other people.
Right. Everybody's different.
So just because it doesn't work for me, people, doesn't mean you shouldn't try it.
Right, because it might
or
work.
If you're taking it, that doesn't mean you should stop taking it.
Right.
Unless it stops working for you.
Yeah, because everybody's different.
Right. It was working for me for quite a few years, but then my body got used to it, and I needed to switch to something else. That's the only reason I stopped taking the Sumatriptan.
Now, for me, guys, when I get headaches, which is pretty rare, thankfully, but when I get headaches, I take 2 Advils, and that works. That works for me every time. Every time, Advil works for me every time. So, everybody's different. And one thing I learned about headaches, you guys, at a very young age, I'll never forget that my second grade teacher told me, she said, if you get a headache, nip it in the bud before it gets bad. So, yeah. That's what she said. She said, get rid of it before it gets bad. But my mom gets migraines as well, and she said they're horrible. So I mean, I feel for anyone who, and I know you get them. So I feel for anyone who gets migraines.
Yes, I also get migraines, like I just said, and I also feel for anyone else who gets migraines.
Yep. Now, my mom described one of her migraines one time like someone was stabbing her with a fork in the eye. Does that sound familiar? Like, are they that bad? Well, everybody's different, but yeah.
That can be how they are for some people. Other people, it can feel like someone's like pounding on the side of their head.
Oh wow. So what do they feel like for you?
For me, it feels like someone's pounding on my temples and like in the back of my head
Right.
and like on my forehead.
Right. Now, if anybody,
Pretty much my whole head feels like it's pounding.
oh wow. Now, if anybody's watching this video or listening to this stream, I don't know why I said video. Well, it is a video, but and maybe let's just say, for giggles and well, not giggles, but like let's just say, for example, they have a migraine. What did you have any? Would you have any suggestions or advice that they might want to do or try to get rid of it?
For some people, like my mom, cold works good.
Oh wow.
Like an ice pack or a cold washcloth.
Like put it on their head?
Yeah.
Okay.
But for me, cold makes it worse.
So like you couldn't have your air conditioner on, right? Or is that not correct? Because you said cold is not good.
Like cold stuff on me.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Like cold compresses or ice packs, stuff like that. That makes it worse for me. But for my mom, it helps.
Now, if someone has a migraine, I wonder if Advil would actually be strong enough to get rid of it, or when you get a migraine,
No.
do you need something stronger?
You need something like Excedrin migraine or a prescribed med.
Gotcha. Okay. So Advil won't do the trick.
No.
Okay. So yeah, that's how my mom described one of her migraines to me one time. She said it felt like someone was stabbing her with a fork in her eye.
And sometimes I get pain in my eye, and I have to like push my fingers with my eye closed. I have to like push my fingers into my eye to like help with the pressure.
Right. Does that help?
Yeah.
I remember one time I had a really bad headache and I cracked my neck and the headache went away. I found that interesting. Do you ever crack your neck, or you don't like doing that?
Yeah, I crack my neck.
Does it help? Does it help?
Sometimes.
Like, I don't mean help with headaches. I mean, like, does it, does it feel good to crack it is what I meant.
Yeah.
Okay. And also lying down helps, right? For migraines?
Yes.
Okay.
Lying down helps immensely.
And it has to be no noise, right?
No noise. As dark as possible.
Yeah. Okay.
For example, in my bedroom, I have blackout curtains. And that's
Okay.
where I lay down when I have my migraines.
Gotcha.
And I also have an eye thing that I put on when I go to sleep or when I have a migraine, or
Right.
to make it even darker.
So if you're staying with someone, or if you live with someone, whether it's a family member or a significant other or whatever, and if they have a migraine, try to keep the noise level down, or try not to make
Yes.
any noise at all.
The best thing you can do if you're staying with someone or living with someone and they have a migraine is keep the noise down
Right.
and just let them rest. Don't keep checking on them saying, "How are you doing? Are you doing okay?
Right.
Is there
Just let
anything I
them
can
be.
do for you?"
Just let them
Just
be.
let them rest.
Yeah. Now, if it's your significant other, and if you want to lie with them, that's fine, but don't make
Right.
any don't make any noise,
But don't sit there and gab their ear off.
because that's not going to help the migraine.
Right.
So yeah. Like, don't be lying there and texting on your phone, or talking to someone on the phone, or whatever.
Now, if you want to text, while you're laying there with them, that's one thing.
Just turn the sound off.
Yeah, just turn the sound off. But if you're a voiceover user, then no. Unless
Yeah.
you're wearing headphones
Right. Because I'm
or
pretty sure
earbuds.
that voiceover would not help their migraine.
No, it wouldn't.
Yeah.
That's why when I have a migraine, I put my phone on Do Not Disturb.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And I touch my phone as little as possible.
Right. And the rizatriptan helps you, right?
Yes.
That's good. Now, guys, the thing I forgot to mention about migraines is they can last for days. Unfortunately, you know, don't think if you take
Yes.
don't think if you take a medication, don't think to yourself, oh, it's going to go away in a couple hours. No, it unfortunately doesn't work that way sometimes. Sometimes you'll get lucky and it'll go away, within in a couple hours, or later on that day or whatever. But sometimes, unfortunately, they last for days. Unfortunately,
Yes.
I forgot to mention that. So yeah.
The longest one I've ever had was 3 days.
Wow.
3 long, miserable days.
Wow. That must have been pure torture.
It was.
Was that recently? Or not?
No, it was a few years ago.
Oh, okay. Wow. That's a long time.
Yes.
3 days. Wow.
And they tried what they call the migraine cocktail. That didn't even touch it.
What's the migraine cocktail?
Benadryl, Reglan, and something else. I don't remember. Something for the pain of the headache. But that didn't even touch it.
Wow.
Um,
That's crazy. Man, I can't even imagine. Wow.
the only thing that even started to touch it was morphine.
For you?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Wow. It must have been really bad if you took that. Wow.
It was.
That sounds intense. Well, I hope this information helps you guys in regards to migraines.
This was back when my grandma was still alive, I think. So 2008, maybe.
Okay.
And for the first, 2 days, the morphine barely even touched the headache. On the third day, I finally started getting more relief.
So what finally got rid of it?
Just resting and as little
Okay.
noise as possible, and yeah.
Okay. One thing I'll never forget is this was this was back in the day. No, this was back in the day. This was when I was in elementary school, and I started getting a headache in the afternoon. Well, by the time I got home and got off the school bus, um, I was crying because the headache was so bad. And I remember running inside to my mom, and she was like, "What's wrong?" And I told her I have a headache, and she gave me liquid Motrin. And I remember the headache went away pretty quick. But the point of this story was the headache was so bad that I was crying. And then she gave me the liquid Motrin, and it went away pretty quick.
But yeah, that was the worst headache of my life, the one I just told you guys about. And I've never had one as intense since.
Yeah.
Thank the Lord. Because that was horrible. Let me tell you. That was before the Owatonna Hospital moved to where it is now. It was in its old building. And it wasn't as big.
Okay.
Alexa, what time is it?
The time is 5:18 p.m.
Well, any final words, Thomas?
yeah, you guys take care and God bless. And we'll see you guys tomorrow night at 8:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and 7 Central. And y'all take care. Okay.
Yes, take care, everybody. God bless. Stay safe. We'll see you tomorrow at 8 Eastern, 7 Central, 6 Mountain, and 5 Pacific. Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.